Do you know what makes Arabs so rich? Well, you do. It's nothing other than the copious and incredibly rich reserve of oil in their stock. But the world is changing. Oil is being replaced by an important metal, lithium. Lithium will be the world's white petroleum a few years down the line. And guess what? Canada's Trudeau government has simply given away a huge source of the critical mineral to China. Hi and welcome. This is TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I am your host Sanbir, and in this video I will tell you how Trudeau's minister has joined hands with Jinping to make China great again in Latin America. Which metal do you perceive as the most valuable? You may be thinking something on the lines of gold and platinum, but do you know about lithium? Lithium is the metal of the future, and lithium-ion batteries are indispensable for powering electric vehicles that have started to replace conventional automobiles. And then they have so many other applications too, which include powering modern-day smartphones, toys, wireless headphones, and other electronics. So, we are not surprised if the Conservatives in Canada are all worked up about the takeover of Canadian lithium development company Lithium Corporation by the Chinese state-owned Zijin Mining Group Company Limited. The acquisition in all sense has handed over a major lithium mine covering from Argentina to China, and naturally, Canada's Industry Ministry has come under fire. The Industry Ministry has, however, failed to give any meaningful explanation. China's gold and copper miner Zijin had announced that it will buy Canada's Lithium Corporation for 908.7 million Canadian dollars or 737.14 million US dollars in October last year. This was a part of Zijin Mining's plans to enter the lithium mining market. China has been leveling up moves to take over Canada's lithium industry. Last year, Chinese battery maker Contemporary Amperex Technology Company Limited too had agreed to acquire Canada's Millennial Lithium Corporation in a $302.33 million deal. For Canada, the takeovers of a lithium miner by a Chinese state-owned company possess a huge threat. Lithium is planning a mine in Argentina which will supply battery-grade lithium to the EV industry for 50 years. Had the company not been taken over by Zijin, it would have put Canada in command of the global lithium supply chains. However, China, which already controls 60% of global lithium refining and remains the biggest manufacturer of lithium-ion batteries, hereby gets even bigger with the latest acquisition. China has high concentrations of lithium itself, but it prefers sourcing the metal from locations like South America's lithium triangle that consists of Chile, Bolivia, and Argentina. China is hoarding the white metal so that it can blackmail its global competitors in the lithium industry. Thus, the Canadian Industry Ministry has effectively helped China consolidate its stronghold over white metal. The takeover of Lithium was a case of acquisition by a foreign company. The transaction was supposed to undergo a screening process by Innovation, Science and Economic Development Canada. Federal rules in Canada give 45 days to the government to probe foreign acquisitions and decide whether it wants further examination of the deal. The investigation can start as soon as the government becomes aware of the deal. In this case, the government investigation concluded on December 4th, and it decided that the deal posed no threat to Canada's national security. The government did not allow a thorough examination that could have delayed the acquisition by several months or could have even led to it getting junked. However, when Canada's Federal Minister of Innovation, Science and Industry, François-Philippe Champagne, was quizzed about the deal during a parliamentary hearing last week, he came up with absurd reactions. He even refused to reveal the timeline and disclose when he came to know of the deal. Champagne's deputy, Simon Kennedy, made things even more complicated by saying that an extended review did take place beyond the minimum threshold of 45 days. Kennedy declined an interview. He even refused to reveal the specifics of the review. However, there is no evidence whatsoever that Champagne came to know of the big deal before it was announced on October 8th last year. A regulatory filing by Lithium further reveals how the deal came together in a hurry and materialized only a few days before it was announced. There was also no mention of anyone from Lithium or the Zijin Mining Group approaching Canada's Federal Industry Minister in the matter. Wesley Waugh, an expert witness who testified in parliamentary hearings on the Zijin deal, said, "Testimony provided by the Deputy Minister of ISED to the committee about an expanded time frame for national security review regarding the Lithium acquisition appears to be contrary to the facts of the case." The Trudeau government has ended up handing a big lithium source to China, which the communist nation will exploit for the next 5 decades. And now that it has been caught guilty of helping China consolidate its hegemony in the mining of strategic minerals, it is hiding between confidentiality requirements. Both the Industry Minister and the Deputy Industry Minister cited confidentiality requirements under the Investment Canada Act to maintain their suspicious silence on the timeline of the security review. However, the duo revealed some details last week that they had described as confidential earlier. The entire episode reeks of suspicion and brings to light Trudeau government's complicity in China's lithium plans. The acquisition of Lithium is no ordinary deal. A Chinese state-owned company has taken over a lithium mine, and it is quite likely that the CCP will now put into good use the mining project to hoard more lithium. Some 10 to 15 years down the line, white metal could face scarcity due to its extensive use in the global electronics industry, and that is when the Lithium Zijin deal will hurt Canada and other enemies of China.